Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Officer Adda 24/7, the special session of your BRBL subject. So we are doing the case studies question. So let's start with the session. Okay, so I think we have done with the 10 questions yesterday. Okay, so today from that questions, let's start with this one. This one we have done. Now, yeah, this question. So a merchant in England direct B, his agent, okay, or his agent who accepted the agency to send 100 bales of cotton by the certain ship, okay. B having it power to send the cotton omits to do so. The ship arrives safely in England. Soon after her arrival, the price of the cotton rise. So you have to tell me that whether B is bound to make good to A profit which he might made by 100 bales of cotton at the time of ship arrive. B is bound to make good to A any profit. B is bound to make good to A profit, or none of the above. So B have a power, but he omits to do so. The ship arrives safely in England. Soon after, the price of the cotton arrives. So class, in that case, this is the right answer. C will be the right answer. Why class? Because we know the concept of principle. We know the concept of principle and agent, that for any act of principle, any act of agent, the principle will be liable. So same thing happened in that case also. So you can see here, B is bound to make good to A profit which he might have made 100 bales of cotton at the time of ship arrive, but not any profit he might have any subsequent rise. So this is the right answer. Okay, so this is the right answer. Now next one. A singer contract with B, the manager of the theater, for 2 nights in every week during the next 2 months. B engaged to pay her 100 rupees for each night performance. On sixth night, A willfully absent herself from the theater, okay, and B in consequence resigned the contract. Resign means end the contract. So tell me class, in this case, B must pay A for 3 nights on which she had sung. B must pay A for 4 nights on which she had sung. B must pay A for 5 nights which he had sung, and none of the above. Yes, class. So this particular question is basically of quantum merit. So what is quantum merit? Quantum merit is basically as much as on. What exactly this means? As much as on. This is called what? Quantum merit. As much as on. So in this case, as we can see that the singer had sung the song, okay, that is for 5. In sixth night, he just willfully absent. So that's why B must pay A for 5 nights on which he had sung. So C will be the right answer for this question. Okay, so the concept behind this question is quantum merit. So quantum merit is basically a legal word. Okay, quantum merit is basically a legal word. Cool. Next. A. A tradesman leave goods to B's house by mistake. B. Treat the good as his own. So now tell me, he is not bound to pay A for them. He is bound to pay partially A for them. He is bound to pay A for them, or none of the above. Tell me, class. Yes, class. What will be the right answer for this question? A. A tradesman leave goods at B's house by mistake. B. Treat goods as his own. So in that case, he is bound to pay A for them. So this contract is basically quasi contract, because in quasi contract, as we know that initially the person don't want to enter into the contract, but later on he just enter into the contract. So for 14th one, C will be the right answer for this question. Cool. Next, A. Contract to indemnify B against consequence of any proceeding which C may take against B in respect of certain sum of 200. So this is contract of indemnity. It is not a valid contract of indemnity. This is contract of stipulation and none of the above. Yes, class. A. Contract to indemnify B. So A is basically indemnifier. Okay, B is indemnity holder. So A. Contract to indemnify B against the consequence of any proceeding which C may take against B in respect of certain sum. So class, this is but obvious the contract of indemnity. So the contract of indemnity is basically written in section 124 of the Indian Contract Act. Okay, so that's why this is the right answer. Now, A. Contract to pay B the sum of money when B marries C. So A will pay B, suppose whatever, when B will marry C. Now class, C die without being married. So the contract still can be enforced. Contract become void, either A and B. So what will be the right answer, class? Yes. So class, that is so simple. The contract still can be forced. The contract become void, either A and B or none of the above. So in that case, class, the exact answer will be the contract become void. Why? Because one party is dead. Contract cannot be enforceable. B cannot marry C, so that's why the contract will void. So this is the right answer. Okay. Now class, A. Contract to sell and deliver to B on the 1st of January certain cloth which B intend to manufacture the caps on a particular kind for which there is not demand except in that season. The cloth is not delivered till after the appointed time, too late to be used that year in making the caps. So tell me class, B is entitled to receive from A by the way of compensation. B is entitled to receive from A by way of compensation the difference between contract price of the cloth and the profit which he accepted to obtain. B is entitled to receive from A by way of compensation the difference between contract price and the expenses or none of the above? This is very good question. Tell me, class. On 1st of January, certain clothes which be intend to manufacture into caps of particular kind, for which there is not demand except at that season. So class, profit is not predictable. B cannot be the right answer. Okay. Difference between this cannot be answered. The answer will be the difference between contract price of the cloth and the expenses which he has been put in preparation for the manufacture. So C will be the right answer, because B's depend upon A and A have not done the work. So that's why C will be the right answer. Next. A contract to take in cargo for B at a foreign port. A's government afterward declare war against country in which the port is situated. Tell me the contract cannot void when war is declared. Contract become partially void when the war is declared. Contract become void when the war is declared, and none of the above. Tell me, class. The contract cannot become void when the war is declared. The contract become partially void when the war is declared. The contract become void when the war is declared. So class, in this case, declare, so it's become totally void when the war is declared. So C is the right answer for this question. Cool. Next. A deliver rough diamond to B, the jeweler, to be cut and polished, which is accordingly done. Tell me the right answer. So class, in this case, first of all, this case is of your bailment, right? And the bailment is given in section 148 of the Indian Contract Act. So in this case, A deliver a rough diamond to B, a jeweler, to be cut and polished, which is accordingly done. So in this case, B is entitled to retain the stone till he is not paid for the services he has rendered. So in this case, B is entitled to retain the stone till he is paid. Answer can be from B and C. Till he is not paid for the services he has rendered. Okay, so this is the right answer. So B is entitled to retain the stone till he is not paid for the services he has rendered. Okay, so this is the right answer. A direct B, his solicitor, to sell his estate by auction. So employ an auctioneer for the purpose. B name C an auctioneer, right, to conduct the sale. So A direct B. So we can say A is the principal, B is the agent, okay, to sell the estate by auction. So employs an auctioneer for the purpose. B names C. So it means A also knows C. Okay. So we can say this is agent and this is sub-agent. Or we can say co-agent, not sub-agent. We can say it's a co-agent. Okay. So class, C is sub-agent and A is sub-agent for the conduct of sale. C is not sub-agent. B is agent. C is not sub-agent, A is agent for the conduct of sale. So what is the right answer? Because B name C an auctioneer to conduct the sale. So in this class, B names C an auctioneer to conduct the sale and B is the solicitor. So that's why C is sub-agent, A is sub-agent, okay, and for the conduct of sale, because A know that C is the agent. So this is the right answer. Cool. Next. A direct B his solicitor. Okay, this thing we have done. Okay. A engages B as clerk to collect money for him. B failed to account some of the receipt and A in consequence call upon him to furnish security for his duly accounting. A does not acquaint C with previous A does not acquaint C with B's previous conduct. B afterward makes default. Okay. A does not acquaint C with B's previous conduct. B afterward makes default. So guarantee is valid or not, class? So in this case, class, A does not acquaint C. That is known. Acquaint means known, knowledge. Okay. So A does not acquaint C with previous conduct. So that's why the guarantee is not valid. A is the right answer if you just see the question. Next. A hires horse in Calcutta from B expressly to march to the Banaras. A ride with due care but marches to Cuttack instead. Okay, so he have to go to Banaras, but he just reached Cuttack. The horse accidentally fall and he injured. A is not liable to make compensation to B. A is partially liable to make compensation to B. A is liable to make compensation to B. So what exactly the right answer? A is liable to make compensation. This is the right, because he hires for Banaras. So that's why this is the right answer. Okay. C is the right answer for this question. Okay, class. So guys, that's all for today's, and I hope so you people are understanding the question, that what types of question can become in exam. So guys, if you want to enroll in our new batch, because right now the sale is going on, right? So what you have to do, it's Adda 24/7. Okay, click on Adda 24/7. Okay, click on this. All courses JAIIB CIB December 2025. So this is our batch, the single batch. Right now the A's batch is going on, and we have a CIB Mahapack and CIB Increment Mahapack. If you want to enroll, apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount, or either you also have a phone number in my description box. So call at the description box and you can just ask for the more discount. Okay, so suppose if you want to click on CIB Mahapack. So guys, triple validity is going on. So click on buy now, apply the coupon code, that is Y391. Apply. You can see here the discount is 81% discount and triple validity is going on. So basically we just conduct the double validity, but today triple validity is going on. So 81% discount is there. For 1% more discount, download the Adda app through mobile. Through mobile, if you purchase, you will get 82% of discount. Okay, thank you.